People ask me, how do you get in such great shape? And I tell them, it's pretty simple. You gotta eat like a horse. What's that mean? Think about how horses eat. They get a steady, consistent diet of high-quality food in controlled amounts, day in and day out. They don't switch it up every meal. They stick to what works. So, quality food in measured amounts every single day. That's the formula for a great physique.
What percentage of having an elite bodybuilding physique is lifting versus nutrition to having an elite bodybuilding physique?
60% is from the food. 30% is from the workout. And the rest is everything else. And it was real hard to do at first. And my body kind of adjusted and I got used to it.
It's all about commitment and dedication. You set the game plan, here's a 12-week spread, and I'm going to commit to eating those 6 meals a day, every single day, and I'm not going to miss.
A basic rule to follow if you're trying to build muscle, especially if you're starting a lifting routine, is to aim for at least a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So, if you weigh 190 pounds, that means you'll need about 190 grams of protein each day.
Chicken tenders, 2 days worth, and that's turkey, about another 2 days worth. So all together, all that food is 2 days worth.
And you can't wait to get up in the morning and get the day started and get your body sweating. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it?
I used to think, you know, if I'm in the gym working out and lifting as heavy as I possibly can, doing a certain number of reps while I'm doing it, that I would get big. I thought that would be it, but come to find out that size comes from eating. Mm-hmm. And I learned that the hard way when I had to kind of like stuff myself.
I eat for function, not for taste. I'd crack the eggs, toss out the yolks, and keep just the egg whites. It was a lot of work. There were diets where I'd eat up to 140 egg whites a day. No joke. I was cracking eggs non-stop. I remember just sitting there, cracking eggs over and over. I used to buy a whole cow at once from a local butcher. I'd walk into the shop, and there'd be my cow hanging right there. I'd decide what I wanted. Some cuts for hamburgers, others for steaks, and so on. That cow would stock me up. Then I'd buy chicken in bulk too, like the kind you see in restaurant kitchens, around 140 pounds at a time. I had 2 freezers in my garage, one packed with beef, the other with chicken. And then, of course, I'd have a stash of eggs. I was a machine. Every day I'd pull out 5 pounds of meat and eat it all, plus the eggs.
Was there ever a period of time where the eating and the nutrition was harder than the working out?
Yeah.
It was harder?
Yeah. That was the time it was harder than the working out. When I had to eat all that food. Like when I went from 10 ounces to 12 ounces to 16 ounces, that's when it was harder than working out and everything else.
Began weight training, really didn't know what I was doing, but just being in the gym all the time and eating a lot of food, I put on weight pretty quickly. So I started about 175 pounds. I went up to about 220, 225, somewhere around there my first year of training.
Most people are always looking for that quick fix, hoping there's some magic pill that'll give them a Mr. Olympia body in 2 months. But here's the truth. Nutrition is the hardest part. It's 24/7, 365 days a year. No shortcuts, no magic pill, no miracle drug. If you're 500 pounds, you're not going to lose that weight unless you stick to a solid diet and put in the work at the gym. That's it.
My diet, off-season to pre-contest, it basically stays the same, whereas I eat for carbohydrates, oatmeal and yams, and then for proteins I usually have egg whites, turkey, lean beef, protein powders, some chicken. Basically I eat 6 times a day, whether it's off-season or pre-contest, except off-season I eat 6 times, 6 food meals, and then add shakes in between. It's basically pretty clean food. I got 2 meals because it's about a 4-hour flight, so I got chicken and filet mignon, and then I got chicken and rice here.
And yeah, I know I'm going to be sore tomorrow. But that's the goal. In this game, we work until we feel that soreness. It's part of the process. My goal, I'm going to do whatever it takes. That's the mindset of a bodybuilder. Do whatever it takes to be the best you can be. The one thing you have control over is what you eat. If you can't handle that, then bodybuilding, or even just building the body you want, isn't for you. Nutrition comes first. You eat right, rest, recover, and you'll be on the right path.
Eat on the run, working 10 hours a day, food has to be pre-prepared. You cook it all at one time and make it last 2 or 3 days.
The food is everything.
Yeah. What is the mental thing you're going through to get this food down, man?
Mr. Olympia. I think I was destined to be a bodybuilder. Now, I didn't realize what it took to get there. The time, the effort.
If you want to put on serious muscle, you've got to eat big to get big. The more food, the better. Especially if you've got a fast metabolism. For some people, they've got to eat even more just to make gains. For me, gaining weight came a little easier because I trained heavy and could eat. But it all comes down to consistency with food. That's the key. Some people say they want to win, have all these big dreams and goals, like a bucket list. But they don't even enjoy bodybuilding. They have this long list of complaints. I don't like dieting, I don't like eating this, I hate doing cardio. So, what's the real motivation here? Do you just want to eat junk food? Is that the fantasy? Because if that's the case, you can go for that right now, no problem. But ask yourself, is there something you truly, deeply want? Be honest. Most of the time, figuring out what we genuinely want is tougher than going after it.